Hello, hello. Hello, hello. All right. So people are popping in. We'll get started in just a moment. So welcome to Pilates. So if you are newer, welcome. If this is your first time, all you need to know is you just need some room. You need a mat. If you don't already have a mat, that's fine too. You can grab a towel. Literally just something so that you're comfortable when we're working on the floor. So as we're going along, some stuff's going to be really easy and you're going to be able to do a whole lot of reps of it. And you'll be able to scale up and make it harder. And then other stuff is going to be a little bit more challenging. So you'll want to take breaks. You might want to use the modifications to scale back. So everything's going to be different. Some stuff's going to be easy for you, some stuff's going to be harder for you. And today might be different than yesterday or tomorrow. So I need you to be really present in your body to feel whether you're working versus straining, to be able to feel when you're in alignment versus out of alignment, and then we're adjusting accordingly. So this is much more about quality than about quantity. So taking breaks is totally fine, and you're the one that knows when you need to take them. So I encourage you to take care of yourself. And water. Our sponsor today is water out of my tap, followed by refrigeration. All right, so with that in mind, we're gonna go ahead and get this party started. All right, thank you everyone for joining. Let's start with a couple big cleansing breaths. And again, hands to the opposite knee and rotate. And over to the other side. Come on back into the middle. Switch your legs in front. Again, a couple deep breaths. And again. We're going to walk the hands as far forward as we can get them. So both cheeks are still on the ground. Take one more deep breath in this forward fold. Roll it back up to sitting, and then I'm going to pop all the way up to standing. Today, I'm going to start with a little bit of balance work. So you can do this on the mat, on the floor, whatever. It's up to you and your comfort. I'm going to draw the heels together, toes are apart. Shoulders are back. I'm going to keep my arms out to the sides as long as I'm able to. And I'm going to lift and lower. Let's help this a little bit. Woo. We got, I need a camera person. We're going to lift and lower. Drawing the heels towards each other. And you're going to feel that. So if you magnetize the heels so they draw towards each other, you're going to feel that through the back of your legs. And I'm lifting and lowering, going straight up and down, not rocking forward. Lift and lower and lift and lower. And now I'm going to add to it. Lift, 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 lift. Keep squeezing the heels towards each other. And lift, 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 lift. If you don't feel it yet, you will very soon. Lift, 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 lift. Oh yeah, it's a party. It's a party like a cat pizza party. Yeah, yeah. Keep it rocking, keep it rocking, keep it rocking. Woo, my computer. Keep it rocking. Lift, 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 lift. 3, 2, 1, and hold. Yup. Lift it up as high as you can. Shoulders are back, drawing the heels towards each other. Big deep breaths. If you want to reach it up to the sky, reach it on up. We're lifting up as high as we can. Full potential in our height. When we first wake up in the morning, we're measurably taller than we are later in the day. And by doing workouts like this, we can stretch back out to our full height. Take another deep breath. And relax. Nice. So I'm strong out of center here, and again, I'm going to bring my arms out to the side, shoulders are back. I'm going to take one toe back behind me. I'm going to squeeze back and pull it. Squeeze back and pull it. So it's not like a kick, My upper body stays really still. I'm going to squeeze back, pull in. Squeeze back, pull in. Imagine I've got a rubber band around my ankles, and that rubber band is pulling in. So I'm going to pull in. That's where the work comes in. That leg's going to stay straight, so I'm not going to let my knee bend. I'm going to keep that leg straight for this one. 3, 2, one more time, and then I'm going to squeeze it back and hold it. And from here, I'm going to bring this arm forward just because it helps me with the balance a little bit, and I'm going to bend this knee. I'm going to have a little bit of the bend of this knee, and that back leg is going to lift, and lift, and lift, and lift. So the leg is on the ground. I'm using big toe, little toe, heel to evenly distribute that weight. I'm bending the knee of the leg that's on the ground. And then squeeze, 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 squeeze that leg back behind me. Whew. Yup. Yep, butt stuff. I can go a little bit lower with this knee bend. Yes, I can. But when I do, I'm going to keep my butt back, so I'm not going forward into the knee. My butt is going back. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze and hold. And then bend and straighten a little. Bend and straighten a little. I'm never going to get that leg all the way straight. I'm just bending deeply and less bend. And as I'm doing this, the weight's going to go back into my butt, not forward into my knee. So thinking back. Knee bend to go back. 3, 2, one more time. Hold it here. Woo-hoo! Taking a deep breath. Hold it super strong here. Come on, back up. Big cleansing breath. And again. And I can shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Good news. You got 2 legs. So that means you got 2 butt cheeks. Heels together. Starting from the top. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Heels draw towards each other. So when I draw the heels towards each other, I'm going to feel that through the back of my legs, and it's going to help me go up and down without rocking forward. Now, if you're ready to add to it, lift, 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 lift. Whew. Yep. Keep squeezing those heels towards each other. Yep, 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 yep. As long as I can keep my arms out to the side I'm going to, if I need to rest for my shoulders, I'm going to do that. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. Whew. Lift it up as high as I can. Get those heels up, get those heels up. And if you want to add to it, reach it up to the sky. Deep breaths up here. Elongating out to our full height. Feeling super tall. Take one more deep breath up here. And relax. So again, heels are here. Chest is lifted. I'm going to take the other leg and point behind and draw in. Need a little bit more room. So I'm going to squeeze back and pull in. Squeeze back, pull in. So I'm not rocking and waving the upper body a whole bunch. Keeping that leg straight. Pull in. Pull in. So it's about the abduction. ADD. Adduction. I'm keeping that leg straight, using my super strong, juicy booty to squeeze back and then pulling back in. And again, we're on the second leg. So whichever one you didn't do last time. Keeping those arms up as long as I can. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to extend that leg back. A little bit of a bend in the front knee. So as I'm doing that bend, my butt's going to go back as opposed to my knee going forward. So butt is back. And then lift, lift, lift. And again, if I want to change up my arms to help with the balance, I can totally do that. I've got a bend in this knee, the one that's still on the ground. And if at any time I need to reset, I'll reset. I'll take a breather. Core is tight. so my lower back shouldn't hurt, because it isn't my lower back's job. My lower back is being protected by my abs that are doing this work. And lift, and lift, and lift. So the leg that's back and lifting is straight. The leg that's on the ground is bent. I'm gonna bend it a little bit more. 3, 2, 1, lift it and hold it. That leg is gonna stay back, and then I'm gonna bend and bend less. Bend and bend less. So again, not straighten, bend and bend less. So as I'm going back, I'm gonna feel that as work in my butt cheek. It's not pressure going forward into my knee. I'm thinking back and back. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna hold it. Yup. Cool, 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 cool. Hanging out here. Big bend in one leg. Other leg is straight. Take another deep breath. And come on back out. Big cleansing breath. And again. Shake it out, 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 shake it out. Cool. All right, so we're shifting gears again. I'm going to approach my mat runway style. So that means I'm at one end. Woo, I got it. So I can see you. So I'm at one end, and I have a runway in front of me. Reach it up to the sky. Head comes down, shoulders come down, unzip to the bottom. Then I'm going to drop the tailbone and stack the vertebrae to come back up. So that's just how I get up and down. I'm going to roll it down again. One vertebrae at a time, unzipping the zipper down my spine, and roll it back. This time we're going to go down and walk it out to a plank. Roll it down, walk it out. So my first plank is going to be a modified plank. I've got my wrists underneath my shoulders, and for a modified plank, I've got a straight line from my head through my hips to my knees. So I'm not resting back here, and I'm not in a lower back stretch. I'm actively engaging my core and squeezing my butt cheeks. Taking a deep breath here. Heart is dropped, so I'm not rounding my back. I've got my heart dropped. There's empty space between my shoulder blades. Take another deep breath here. I'm going to tuck the toes under, push the butt back. Walk the hands back. Roll to stand. Exhale. And again, I'm going to do that. I'm going to roll it down. And I'm going to walk it out. This time, I'm going to walk it out to a standard plank. So standard plank, shoulders and hips are at the same height. Now I could, if I want to, just stick with this one. This is still on the menu and will continue to be on the menu. If I want to, though, I can take it out to a standard plank where my shoulders and hips are at the same height. Take another deep breath here. Again, my heart drops, so I'm not rounding the back. I'm not sticking out my cute little butt. I'm flattening out that surface. If it rained on me in this position, it would cool between my shoulder blades. It wouldn't roll down in my heels. It wouldn't cool in my lower back. It would chill in between the shoulder blades. Take another deep breath. Push the butt back. Walk the hands back. Roll to stand. Exhale. How you doing? You're going to have both of those options going forward. Modified plank or standard plank will continue to be on the menu. Roll it down. Walk it up. Coming out to either of your planks. We're going to hold this for a couple deep breaths. Now, if I'm having wrist pain, I got a couple things to think about. One, I want to make sure my fingertips are doing their jobs. I'm using my fingertips as much as I'm using the pads of the palm. I can also take this to fists. I can take this to fingertips. I can also take this down to my forearms if need be. Take another deep breath here. I'm going to push the butt back, but this time, hop the feet forward. All right, so I'm bending my knees. Ankles are directly underneath the knees. I'm not poking my knees forward. And from here, reach it up to the sky. I'm sitting back on my chair. Check out where the knees are. They're directly above the ankles, not in front of them. Taking a deep breath here. I'm going to bring the hands back down and hop it back. And then from here, push the butt back, walk the hands back, roll it up. How you doing? Boop, boop, boop. Finger guns are going to be how we greet each other. from here on out. You heard it here first. All right, roll it back down. Walk it out. We can take it to modified plank. We can take it to standard plank. Either way, we're gonna take a couple deep breaths. I'm gonna use my whole hand, or else, again, forearms, fingertips, or fists. Depends on what my body is saying to do today. Take another deep breath. Push the butt back, jump forward. So I got my hands on the ground and my knees are bent, so I can get into this posture first. Knees directly above the ankles, reach it up to the sky. Sitting in our chair pose. Yeah, we are stealing this from yoga. It's not stealing if you say your sources, it's research. We're gonna bring the hands down to a prayer. Take a deep breath here. So my knees right next to each other. I'm gonna rotate, bring my elbows to the outside of my knees, and my knees are gonna stay in the same flat. So this back knee is gonna wanna try to poke forward, but I'm gonna keep them where they are. Take a deep breath. Reach it back up to the sky in the chair pose. Knees are right next to each other. They're not knocking into each other, but they're right next to each other. Bring the hands to prayer again. So I'm sitting back in my chair pose. My core is tight, so this doesn't hurt my lower back. This is working. Take it to the other side. Again, I'm outside my knee, stacking my elbows. The back knee is going to try to poke forward, but I'm going to keep them right next to each other. Take a deep breath here. Reach it back up to the sky. Bring the hands back down. Hop it back. Push the butt back. Walk the hands back. Roll to stand. Exhale. How we doing, friends? Everybody hanging in? We're going to keep adding to it. As we keep adding to it, you always have all the options that we already did. They continue to be available to you. Roll it on down. Walk it up. So I can be in my modified plank, I can be in my standard plank. All of them are good. I can continue to use my flat hand, forearms, fingertips, fists. All these things are still available. I can also stay here. Take another deep breath. Push the butt back, hop it forward. Butt goes back. Knees are directly above the ankles. Reach it up to the sky. We're gonna go a little bit faster than we did last time. Hands come together to prayer. Exhale, rotate. Inhale up to the sky. Keeping the knees where they are. Exhale, rotate. Inhale up to the sky. Knees stay where they are. One more to each side. Bring it on back up to the sky. Bring the hands back down. Hop it back. And in my plank for a moment. Push the butt back. Walk the hands back. Roll it up. Exhale. All right, we're going out one more time. This is it. This is the last one of these. Water is important. I have to keep reminding myself. Roll it back down. Walk it up. Come into our plank. So I've got this plank, I got my modified plank. You know the drill. You know what you can do. We're going to take another deep breath here. Push the butt back. And then walk or hop the feet forward. We got the knees directly above the ankles. Reach up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale, rotate. Inhale up to the sky. Two more to each side. One more to each side. Bring it on back up. Bring it on back down. Hop it back. We're in our plank. We're going to hold it here. Soft, empty space between the shoulder blades. Core is working. Squeezing the butt. Arms are working. I'm going to have a nice flat surface for my back. If I'm doing the modified plank, I've got a straight line from my head to my knees. Take another deep breath. Push the butt back. Walk the hands back. Roll to stand. Exhale. Awesome. We're coming on down to the end of the mat. Let's switch gears yet again. How are we feeling? So far, we're doing some pretty fun, tough stuff. So you're staying strong. Butt jaw planted, feet planted, roll it on back. I gotta adjust this as well. There's always so many things. So many things we get to keep track of now. All right, first thing, most important thing, bring your knees into your chest and just hug it out. So this is the part of the day that I look forward to, where we are just dog pandas on the ground. And we can rock it side to side. And if it feels good, we can separate the feet a little bit more. And if it feels good, we can straighten out the legs. If that feels good, or if it feels good to roll out your hips, go with that. Whatever you're feeling right now, this is the part of the day that is devoted to listening to your body and just roll around on the floor and feeling good. Take another deep breath. And then plant the feet. All right, so we're going to start with the Pilates 100, which is just what we do. So feet are planted, and before we add any movements, I'm going to engage a bunch of different muscle groups. So I'm tightening the core to flatten my back against the ground. I'm going to take away that space that's normally there when I'm relaxed because of the curve of the spine and flatten it out. So I'm tightening these muscles. I'm going to squeeze my pelvic floor. And then I'm going to bring my legs to tabletop. So I'm already doing work, even though it doesn't look like it. And then lifting the shoulder blades away from the mat. So I like to come up with one hand behind my head and one hand here, so that I keep the same angle and I'm not straining my neck, because that's not comfortable or useful. I'm going to leave enough room here for a tennis ball between my chin and my chest. Arms at the sides. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Fill up the ribcage there. Exhale it out. Filling up the ribcage there. Going out through the mouth. So we've got middle back flat, legs tabletop, shoulders lifted. Now we're adding tricep beats for 5 beats. Breathe in. For 5 beats. Breathe out. So as we're going along, again, the focus is on all of this core stuff. If I'm ready to add to it, I'll straighten out the legs and rotate them out, and the feet will form a V shape at the heel. For 5 arm beats, breathe in. For 5 arm beats, breathe out. I got my shoulders lifted, middle back flat. If I want to add one more thing, I can take those straight legs and lower them down. Still the same thing. For 5 arm beats, breathe in. For 5 arm beats, breathe out. 2 more deep breaths. And one more time. Bring the knees back into the chest and relax. Awesome. We're going through that checklist again. So I'm going to flatten my middle back against the ground. I'm going to take that roundness out by tightening these muscles. I'm going to tighten my pelvic floor. Those are the muscles I use to stop peeing. So I'm squeezing in places. Then again, you can't see it, but it's happening. Legs come to table. Lift the shoulder blades away from the mat, using the abs to do that, not straining the neck. If you're feeling it in your neck, you might need to chill out. And then try it again. Hands next to your knees. This is our starting position. Hands drop, legs go straight up. That's it. Inhale, come back. Knees didn't go anywhere. Drop the hands, legs went straight up. Inhale, come back in. So knees aren't getting closer or further from the chest, they just stay in the same spot. Exhale, extend. Inhale, return. Exhale, extend. Inhale, return. Super simple, so I can be really precise with it. And again, I'm feeling the difference between lifting my shoulders versus straining my neck. I'm going to feel the difference between them. And if I'm straining my neck, I'm going to chill out and then come back in and try again. 2 more. One more time. And relax. Awesome, 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 awesome. We're going to plant the feet again. One more time, we're going through this. But this time, we're going to do some shoulder bridges. We did them in boot camp. Yeah, it's shoulder bridge day. Yeah, buddy. Head, shoulders, and arms are chilling. We're going to peel the tailbone up first, and then one vertebrae at a time to roll up into the shoulder bridge. And then I'm going to lower back down one vertebrae at a time. So I'm not popping up real high. I'm not going for a lower back stretch. I'm going to lift the tailbone first, then one vertebrae above that, then one above that, then one above that. To squeeze up into a shoulder bridge. So I'm feeling this is glute work. I'm feeling this in my pelvic floor, a little bit in my legs, not my lower back. And then again, laying down on one vertebrae at a time. Exhale to squeeze up. Inhale to lower it back down. Exhale to squeeze up. Inhale to lower it back down. And my feet are shoulder width apart. And if I want to, I can lift up my toes and keep doing this with my toes lifted, my heels down. That just adds a little bit through the shin and the calf if I just want to add some more to it. 2 more like this. And then I'm going to squeeze up into that shoulder bridge and hold it. Yep. I want to keep lifting the toes. I can also rest my toes. But I'm going to hold it here. Keep squeezing. Breathing in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Take another deep breath here. And we're going to lower it on back down. All right. We're sticking with that and adding to it. So again, feet are shoulder width apart. Head, shoulders, and arms are chilling. Squeeze to lift the tailbone. One above it, one above it, one above it, one above it. Until I'm up in my shoulder bridge. One knee comes into the chest, one leg up to the sky. That foot is flexed. Imagine you have a book sitting on top of your foot. You're going to keep it stable enough that that book stays there. And we're going to lift, and we're going to slowly lower back down. Same shit we were doing, but one leg up in the air. I'm going to maintain this balance between the two sides. So my hips stay at the same height. Peeling it up off the ground and slowly lowering it back down. I'm not going to rest down there, just a moment of and then back up. And lower it down for a and then right back up. I'm not going to linger on that rest. I'm going up and down. Trying to keep the hips at the same height, so I'm not going to start tilting to the side of the bent knee. I'm going to stay in the center. Super strong. Lift and lower, keeping that foot flat. So again, if I had a book on top of my foot, it would stay there. 3, 2, I'm going to lift it up and hold it. Stay right here in the shoulder bridge. Take another deep breath. I'm going to take that leg and lower it down to hover above the ground and stay here. What? Keep holding, keep holding, keep holding. I'm still in the shoulder bridge. I've just got one leg out, hovering above the ground. Take another deep breath. Bring it on back up. Knee into the chest. Lower the foot. Lower it back down. Roll it on back. So remember which leg you just did. But we're coming up into spinal extension because we've spent a fair amount of time down in a supine position. So just to mix it up, take another breath up here. Good news. You got 2 legs. That means you got 2 butt cheeks. Yeah, roll it on back. All right, so again, we're going to get our feet shoulder width apart. Glue them down. Head, shoulders, and arms rested. We're going to peel to lift up to our shoulder bridge. We're going to hang out here in our shoulder bridge. The knee comes into the chest of the second leg, whichever one you didn't already do. Leg up to the sky. Imagine that book chilling on top of your foot. So we're going to keep this leg stable enough that that book stays there. And then we're going to lower one vertebrae at a time and roll it back up. Lower one vertebrae at a time and back up. So I'm going to keep that stability. Check it out. You can look at it. If you have a yoga block or something or a pillow, you can put it on top of your foot and use it to gauge if you're staying balanced. I don't recommend an actual book because they have sharp corners. Not sharp, but if it hits you in the eye, it hurts. So we're going to use things that are soft. So if they follow us, we're all right. Peel up and gently lower back down for just a moment. We're not resting. We're going to continue to move up and down, keeping that leg up to the sky nice and stable. 3, 2, bring it up to the sky. Lower that leg down to hover. I'm still in a shoulder bridge. I'm still lifting. I'm holding here, super strong and stable. Take another deep breath. Bring it on back up to the sky. Hold it here. Bring the knee into the chest. Bring the foot down and gradually lower it back down. Beautiful. Roll it on. How we feeling, fam? All right. We're going to flip it on over. So I want you to have the juiciest booty possible. So we are going to do Butt stuff. Yeah. Every day. Every day. You know what's up. You know how this is. You know what our priorities are. My priorities were juicy booty. So we are coming to a quadruped position. So that means wrists are directly underneath the shoulders and my back is flat. I'm not letting my belly just relax. I'm engaging it. So I can, as you can see a little bit better here. So my back is flat. So I'm doing some work here. If I need to take it to fingertips, to fists, or to forearms, I'm going to do that. I'm going to listen to my body. But first, right, left. Just checking, right? Left. This will save us some trouble. I'm going to take this down to my right forearm. Cool. Right forearm, left wrist. I'm not putting my weight in my wrist anyway. The work is being done back here. So envision that I'm basically just doing this. My core and my legs are doing the work. All right, so right forearm, left wrist. I'm going to take my left knee behind my right one. Bring it up out to the side. Take my left knee back behind and bring it up out to the side. So I'm bringing it up towards my elbow. Let me get a timer here. And you're going to keep going because you don't have to worry about the timer because that's my job. Oh no, everything is falling apart. Okay, there we go. All right, back behind and lift to the side. Back behind and lift to the side. Bring it up to the side. Now, depending on how this is going, you may want to just stay here. If this is taking enough of your focus to do this, you don't need to add any more to it. If you want to make it harder, we're going to bring that left knee behind, lift it up to the side, extend, retract, and back behind. Up, out, back in, and down. Up, out, back in, and down. If you've been taking my boot camps and you remember the day we did roundhouse kicks, this is the same basic mechanics of that. So we raise the knee, extend, kick with the top of the foot, bring it back in and down. 4 parts. 3, 2. This one we're going to hold. So you can bring it up and hold it here. You can extend and hold with the leg. So notice that you're going to the side, not to the back. Also making sure not to lean to the right side. I'm not pressing into my arms so much as using my core and my butt to hold nice and still. 10 more seconds. Keep that leg out to the side, whether it's bent or straight. Keep holding it. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Come on back down and chill it out for a moment. Take another deep breath here. We're going to shift it forward and do the exact same thing again, but first a cat and cow. So press into the shins, round the spine, exhale. Inhale, release. Again, press into the shins, rounding the spine, tucking the tailbone under. Exhale all the air out. Inhale, release. 2 more. 1 more time. And relax. All right, so we're back in our quadruped, and again, the core and the legs are doing this work. This is not my wrist job, so just envision it basically being like this. Your hands are just to help with the balance. I'm gonna take it down to my left forearm, right hand. So it's the opposite side of what we just did. Right knee comes back behind, lift to the side. Back knee behind, lift to the side. And we'll rotate just so I can look at you a little bit better. Back behind, lift to the side. Hello, co-teacher. Lift to the side. So I'm going to try to keep my back flat. I'm still holding on to what is sort of a version of a plank. I'm not letting my belly chill out. This is a lot of work. Obviously, the right leg is moving, but it's a lot of work for my left butt cheek to stay nice and still here, so I'm not leaning to one side or the other. I'm not pressing down super hard into my wrist. I'm taking care of that. If you're ready to add to it, we're going to come up, out, in, and back behind. It's going to come up, out, back in, back behind. It is a roundhouse kick, so it's got 4 whole parts to it. Imagine you are trying to kick a person who is just to your right. Up, out, in, and back down. 10 more seconds. So I'm going to bring that knee back behind the other one each time for that tilt. Up, out, in. You ready for this? We're going to bring it up and out, and I can hold it here. I can hold it here. Both are great. Either way, I'm going to have it to the side, not back behind me. I'm going to do my best to balance between the two sides, so I'm not leaning to the left. I want my left hip above my left knee. Super strong. 10 more seconds. Deep breath here. And one more deep breath. Keep that leg up and to the side. And relax. Separate the knees, butt comes back towards the feet. All right, to stretch out the hip, I got a couple options. I'm gonna unroll the mat. Depends on how I'm doing today. If I want a chill stretch, I'm gonna put one foot on the opposite thigh and pull that thigh into my chest. And then I can just like grab and bring it in and use my arm to bring it in. Or I can take it to a half pigeon. So one shin's gonna go across the mat, one leg's gonna go back. I'm not gonna pull this foot forward because I like my knee. So instead, I will scooch back into the back leg. I can tuck the toe under, lift, push back. I can usually inch back a couple times, and I'll come down, pressing into both sides evenly. So my butt cheek won't touch the ground on either side. Just enjoy a couple deep breaths down here in this stretch. Take one more deep breath down here. I'm going to plant my hands, tuck the toes under in the back. This is if I'm in the half pigeon, obviously. Send the bent leg up to the sky, lower that foot back down, and switch sides. Now if I'm on my back, I'm just going to switch legs. Foot to the opposite thigh, pull the thigh into the chest. Same exact stretch, and again, to go deeper into this stretch, I'm going to scooch back the back leg, not pull the front foot forward. Because it's not a ball and socket joint like a hip is, it's a hinge joint. So if I yank it forward, I'm going to hurt my knee. Deep breaths here, pressing into both hips evenly. Take one more deep breath. All right, if you were in the half pigeon, we're going to plant the hands and tuck the toe under in the back. Send the bent leg up to the sky. Lower that foot back down. Now, if you're on your back, scooch on over to a downward dog. So that means that I am planting my heels into the ground, pushing the butt back. And I'm not going to lock my elbows or lock my shoulders. I'm actively holding myself in this position. Take another deep breath here. We are almost done, y'all. This is super close to the end. Take another deep breath here in your down dog, pressing the heels into the ground. Then we're going to walk or hop the feet forward again and let the upper body just hang and relax. If it feels good to let your to lift up your toes, go with that. If it feels good to rest your hand in your opposite elbow, do that. If you want to bring it side to side, that's an option. Let the neck just relax and head hangs. Take another deep breath down here. We're going to release the arms, relax the toes, and stack the vertebrae to roll back up to standing. Reach it up to the sky. One arm up, one arm down. And switch. We're going to open up the chest again. Reaching forward, rounding the back. And release. And we're going to take our final 2 cleansing breaths. Breathing in gratitude. Once again in celebration. And thank you so much for your time and all your hard work. You did it. 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 All right. So thank you for joining us. We do boot camp at noon and Pilates at 12:45 every day, Monday through Saturday. So you can either just get a single session. Oh, hello, family. You can do a single session, or you can get a whole week. If you're enjoying this, recommend this to folks because it helps me a tremendous amount to get this little bit of routine every day, this little bit of ritual and endorphins and whatnot. So if you're loving it, share this with other people so that they know that they can join us as well. And also, obviously, it's my only job right now, so I want it to be whatever you want it to be. So let me know if you have any requests for body parts to work on, things you enjoy doing. So thank you. Everybody stay safe. Everybody be healthy. Love you, love you, love you.